From ancient times, human beings have sought to understand the invisible forces that guide life and the universe. Among these forces, we find the Archangels, mysterious and powerful figures that appear in various spiritual traditions as messengers and protectors of the divine plan. But who are these beings of light, and how do they influence our spiritual journey? For many, the connection with the Archangels is a sacred link between heaven and earth, a bridge that helps us understand our deepest purpose. Archangels appear in various cultures and beliefs, from Judaism to Christianity, Islam, and even in modern esoteric practices. Despite the different approaches, the essence of the Archangel's role remains. They are the guardians of light, high-vibration beings who guide and protect us as we navigate the complex waters of spiritual life. They are like lighthouses amidst emotional and spiritual storms, ready to show us the way back to balance and truth. One of the most frequent questions about archangels is, how can we feel them or connect with them? Essentially, archangels are always present, but the openness to this connection depends on our own willingness to listen and perceive the subtle signs of the spiritual world. Often, we find ourselves so immersed in the hustle and bustle of everyday life that we forget to look at the invisible, where these angelic beings patiently wait to assist us. Each archangel has a specific role within this spiritual journey. They act as specialized guides in different areas of life, from healing to protection, and even revealing hidden truths. They are like masters who help us recognize our inner power, while offering comfort and guidance in times of doubt. When we understand this, we begin to see that we are not alone in our quest for self-knowledge and enlightenment. Throughout the ages, spiritual traditions have documented countless stories of people who received direct guidance from the archangels. These stories show that, when we are in a time of need or transformation, the archangels can manifest in surprising and impactful ways. Whether in dreams, visions, or intuitive feelings, they communicate important messages for our journey. Another fundamental aspect of connecting with the archangels is the protection they offer. In times of internal or external conflict, the archangels appear as powerful shields against negative energies or harmful influences. They are the warriors of light, ready to defend us when we feel vulnerable. It's no wonder that many invoke them in times of danger or when facing adversities. But the role of archangels goes beyond protection. They are also teachers of the soul, helping us to learn valuable lessons and evolve spiritually. Throughout our lives, we go through phases of growth and challenges, and the archangels are always by our side, offering the necessary wisdom to face each of these stages. They teach us to see beyond the immediate and to recognize the greater purpose behind each experience. However, the relationship with the archangels is not just passive. We need to be willing to open ourselves up to this heavenly help. This requires a level of trust and surrender, knowing that, by connecting with the archangels, we are accessing a pure source of light and love. The more we cultivate this relationship, the more we feel their presence and guidance in our lives, bringing clarity and peace in times of uncertainty. Finally, understanding the role of archangels is to recognize that they are an integral part of our spiritual journey. They are not distant or intangible figures. On the contrary, they are closely linked to our awakening and evolution. In a world where we often feel disconnected or lost, the archangels remind us that there is always a light available to guide us. We just need to be open to receiving it. Among all the archangels, perhaps none is as widely revered and invoked as Archangel Michael. His presence is grand and powerful, and his mission is clear: to defend humanity against the forces of darkness. Since time immemorial, Michael has been described as the leader of the heavenly hosts, the great spiritual warrior who fights for justice, truth, and light. His name, which means "who is like God," Zrenia carries the essence of his mission, a constant reminder that no power of darkness can equal the divine light. Miguel is seen, in many traditions, as the shield that protects humans from spiritual dangers. In Christianity, he is described as the commander of the heavenly legions, the one who defeated Lucifer and cast him out of heaven. In Judaism, he is the guardian of Israel, and in Islam, he is one of God's main messengers. His presence extends across cultures and beliefs, always representing the victory of light over shadows, and his intervention is felt as a true act of divine strength. In a personal context, Miguel is invoked in moments of greatest fear, doubt, or danger. His energy is one of protection, unshakable courage, and inner strength. When we feel attacked by negative energies, whether on an emotional, mental, or spiritual level, it is to Miguel that we turn to protect us and give us the necessary courage to face any adversity. He is the protector who helps us cut the ties of doubt and free ourselves from situations that drain our vital energy. The most well-known symbol of Michael is the flaming sword, a spiritual weapon he wields to cut through the chains of fear and illusions. In many esoteric accounts, this sword is seen as the tool he uses to liberate those who are trapped in situations of oppression, whether external or internal. Thus, Michael is not only a protector, but also a liberator, helping souls to rise and find spiritual freedom. In our spiritual journey, the role of Michael is to remind us that, regardless of the challenges we face, we can always rely on his strength and protection. He is the defender of faith, and his presence inspires courage to move forward even when the path seems full of obstacles. When we invoke his help, we feel a renewal of confidence and a sense that, with divine protection, nothing can truly shake us. Miguel is also called upon to assist in times of transformation and change. Often these changes can seem frightening, as they involve the unknown and the breaking of old patterns. In this context, Miguel emerges as the guide who cuts ties with the past and allows us to move forward with courage into a future of new possibilities. He helps us find the inner strength necessary to free ourselves from fears and blockages that prevent us from growing spiritually. Another important aspect of his role is in the realm of divine justice. Michael is seen as the great defender of truth, the one who battles the lies and illusions that divert us from the spiritual path. He is invoked by those who seek justice in their lives, not only in external matters, but also in internal processes of self-truth. When we are lost in doubts or feel discouraged by the falsehood that surrounds us, Michael helps us see clearly, eliminating illusions and restoring truth. To feel the presence of Miguel, many traditions suggest visualizing an intense blue light, a color often associated with him. During meditations or prayers, when invoking Miguel, this light can be imagined as a protective field around you, bringing safety and peace. This practice helps us to tune into his protective energy and feel his presence closer in our lives. Whatever challenge we face, whether it's an internal battle of self-acceptance or an external fight against negative forces, Miguel reminds us that we are not alone. He gives us the strength needed to carry on, even when the situation seems too difficult to bear. His energy is a reminder that, ultimately, light always triumphs over darkness, and that, with faith, we are capable of overcoming any obstacle. Finally, Miguel is much more than just a spiritual warrior. He is also a guardian of our soul, ensuring that, despite the struggles, we can remain steadfast on the path of truth and light. His mission is to guide and protect those who seek to live in harmony with the highest principles of existence. And for those who are ready to receive him, his presence brings a sense of security and renewal of spiritual strength. When we talk about archangels, few have such a crucial and symbolic role as Archangel Gabriel. He is known as the divine messenger, the bearer of revelations, and the communicator of universal truth. His name, which means God is my strength, reflects his mission to convey heavenly wisdom and designs to human beings, paving the way for understanding and clarity. In various spiritual traditions, Gabriel is responsible for delivering God's most important messages, especially those that have the power to transform lives and destinies. Gabriel is often associated with major revelations. In the Christian Bible, he is the one who announces the birth of John the Baptist and Jesus, events that deeply mark the spiritual history of mankind. In Islam, Gabriel is considered the angel who dictated the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad, becoming a central figure in the transmission of God's sacred words. His role as an intermediary between the divine and humanity positions him as a being of extreme importance for those seeking profound answers and enlightenment in their spiritual journey. But Gabriel is not just the bearer of collective divine messages. He also acts on a personal level, helping souls find their deepest truths. In times of confusion or uncertainty, when we are seeking direction or purpose, it is to Gabriel that we can turn. He helps us cut through illusions and find the clarity needed to make decisions aligned with our spiritual path. His energy brings discernment, revealing what is true and essential, and pushing away distractions that divert us from our mission. One of Gabriel's most striking qualities is his ability to inspire new beginnings. Just as he announced sacred births, he also acts as a guide in times of renewal in our lives. When we are ready to start a new phase, whether it be in the personal, professional, or spiritual realm, Gabriel provides the necessary support for us to move forward with confidence. He reminds us that each end brings with it a new beginning, and that every challenge faced is an opportunity to be reborn. Often, Gabriel is invoked by those seeking creative inspiration or clarity in communication. He is known for assisting writers, artists, and communicators, helping them express their ideas more clearly and impactfully. His energy unlocks the mind and heart, allowing creativity to flow freely, without the barriers of doubt or fear. For those involved in projects that require profound and meaningful communication, Gabriel is the perfect ally, guiding authentic and enlightened expression. Gabriel's communication, however, is not limited to the physical plane. He is also a powerful mediator between the conscious and the subconscious, helping us to interpret dreams and visions. Many people report having received messages from Gabriel through vivid dreams, where he appears bringing answers and guidance. These messages, often symbolic, have the power to clarify complex issues and point out unexpected directions, but that deeply resonate with our intuition. Another fascinating aspect of Gabriel is his association with the concept of purity. In various traditions, he is described as the angel who cleanses and purifies, both on a spiritual and emotional level. When we are carrying heavy emotions, such as guilt, sadness, or regret, Gabriel can be called upon to help us release these feelings and find a state of peace and clarity. He acts as a purifier of our soul, cleansing emotional residue and preparing us for a new chapter of light and understanding. The most common symbol associated with Gabriel is the trumpet, often depicted in his hand. This instrument is an emblem of his role as the herald of truth and renewal, announcing major changes and new beginnings. In Christian tradition, Gabriel's trumpet is said to be the sound that will announce the end of times and the beginning of a new spiritual era. This powerful symbol reinforces the idea that Gabriel is closely linked to transformation and the revelation of profound truths. To connect with Gabriel, many spiritual practitioners recommend visualizing a white or silver light, colors that symbolize purity, truth, and revelation. During moments of meditation or prayer, this light can be imagined descending upon you, bringing clarity and inspiration. As you open yourself to Gabriel's energy, you may start to notice subtle responses and guidance manifesting in your everyday life, whether through signs, synchronicities, or intuitive insights. Finally, Gabriel's role in our spiritual journey goes beyond the simple delivery of messages. He is the guide who helps us understand the deeper meaning of these messages, to find the hidden purpose behind life's events, and to see the truth with clarity and courage. His presence is a constant reminder that the truth, although sometimes hard to face, is always liberating. When we connect with Gabriel, we are opening ourselves to the possibility of living a more authentic life, guided by divine wisdom. Among the archangels, Raphael is the one we turn to when we seek healing, not just physical, but also emotional and spiritual. His name, which means God heals, embodies the essence of his mission, to restore health and balance at all levels of existence. Raphael is known as the great celestial physician, the angel who brings relief to the pains of the soul and body, leading us to a state of harmony and inner peace. Raphael's presence is gentle and welcoming, like the breeze that eases tensions and rejuvenates the spirit. His energy is deeply comforting, offering hope in times of suffering and reminding us that healing is always within our reach. Raphael acts as a divine conduit for the restoration of vitality, helping to remove blockages that obstruct the natural flow of life energy. He works to rebalance the subtle energies of the body, mind, and spirit, promoting healing on a holistic level. In spiritual traditions, Raphael is often associated with healing miracles. The Bible recounts his actions in the book of Tobias, where he accompanies Tobias on a journey and teaches healing methods to his father, who was blind. This account emphasizes Raphael's connection with physical health, but also his role as a guide and protector on journeys of self-discovery and personal transformation. He is, in many ways, a travel companion for those who are going through tough times, whether in health matters or in moments of emotional transition. When we talk about emotional healing, Raphael plays a crucial role. Often we carry deep emotional wounds that affect our mental and spiritual health. These wounds can arise from traumatic experiences, complicated relationships, or feelings of guilt and regret that we can't let go. Raphael helps us identify these wounds and work on them, offering healing through compassion and forgiveness. He encourages us to look within, confront our pains, and ultimately, find liberation. Raphael also works in the field of spiritual healing. Often, on our spiritual journey, we encounter obstacles that prevent us from progressing. Feelings of disconnection, loss of faith, or lack of clarity can lead us astray from our path. In these moments, Raphael acts as a soul healer, restoring our connection to the divine and renewing our sense of purpose and direction. His energy is like a balm that eases spiritual tensions and helps us rediscover inner peace. For those who are facing health challenges, Raphael is a powerful ally. He can be invoked to bring physical healing and to guide the recovery process. Many people report having felt his presence during medical treatments or times of illness, describing a sense of peace and confidence that accompanies his intervention. Raphael works in conjunction with the body's natural healing forces, accelerating recovery and promoting overall well-being. One of the ways to connect with Raphael's healing energy is through meditation and visualization. Many practitioners recommend imagining an emerald green light, the color associated with this archangel, flowing through the body, bringing healing and restoration. This green light symbolizes the healing energy that Raphael brings from the celestial plane, renewing cells, tissues, and emotions. By engaging in this practice, one opens oneself to the flow of healing energy that Raphael offers, allowing one's body and mind to harmonize with divine health. Raphael is also known for assisting those who work in the healing field, such as doctors, nurses, therapists, and holistic healing practitioners. He provides guidance and support so that these professionals can fulfill their mission of caring for others in a compassionate and effective way. Invoking Raphael before performing any healing practice can bring additional energy of light and love, enhancing the positive impact of the healing work. In addition to his role in individual healing, Raphael is also the patron of travelers. On their spiritual and physical journeys, people often ask for his protection so they can proceed safely and find the right path. Just as he guided Tobias on his journey, Raphael guides those embarking on new adventures, whether in the material world or in the field of self-discovery. He ensures that the traveler is always protected and finds the necessary lessons and healing along the way. Finally, Raphael's presence in our lives is a reminder that healing is a continuous and multifaceted process. It's not just about healing physical wounds, but also about restoring balance in all areas of the self. He teaches us that true healing starts from the inside out, and that by opening ourselves to his help, we can achieve comprehensive health that encompasses the body, mind, and spirit. Connecting with Raphael is therefore an act of faith and surrender. It's allowing his healing light to penetrate the deepest areas of our existence, bringing renewal, balance, and above all, peace. The healing he offers is a divine gift, available to all who seek to restore their inner harmony and walk through life with health and serenity. The Archangel Uriel is known as the Angel of Wisdom and Enlightenment. His name, which means the Light of God, reflects his role as a bearer of profound insights, mental clarity, and spiritual illumination. Uriel is the guide who lights the path of truth, dispelling the shadows of doubt and ignorance. In times of confusion or uncertainty, it is to him that we turn for discernment and understanding. He helps us see life's situations and challenges more clearly, revealing the greater purpose behind each experience. In many spiritual traditions, Uriel is associated with the divine light that reveals hidden truths. His mission is clear: to bring wisdom to those who seek it, helping them make wise decisions and understand the mysteries of life. Unlike other archangels who deal directly with battles or healings, Uriel's work is more subtle, but equally powerful. He is the one who ignites the flame of inner enlightenment, allowing us to see life from a new, broader perspective, full of meaning. Uriel is also known for helping people process intense emotions and traumatic experiences. Often, he is called upon to bring mental peace in times of crisis, offering a higher and serene perspective on difficult situations. When we are overwhelmed by emotions that seem to control us, Uriel appears as a beacon of serenity, guiding us to calmness and understanding. He not only helps us find answers, but also teaches us to embrace the learning that comes with each challenge. Uriel's role in our spiritual journey is crucial because he teaches us to integrate the wisdom gained from life experiences. He shows us that every obstacle, every difficulty has a greater purpose, and that it is through these experiences that we can grow and evolve spiritually. His light not only illuminates the path ahead, but also helps us understand the past with compassion and clarity, enabling us to let go of resentments and accept the lessons learned. Uriel is often associated with the element of fire, symbolizing the flame of enlightenment and transformation. Uriel's fire burns illusions and brings forth the raw, naked truth. This process can be intense, but it is always liberating. He helps us burn old patterns of thinking and behavior that no longer serve us, making room for a new understanding and spiritual renewal. It is this transformative fire that drives us to abandon old beliefs and open our hearts to new ways of seeing the world. Uriel's presence is particularly important in moments when we need quick and effective solutions. Often he brings about a sudden clarity, like a mental click, which helps us see the answer that has always been there, but we were unable to perceive. He is the Archangel who offers us practical and spiritual insights, assisting us in finding solutions to seemingly complex problems. His aid is invaluable when we are faced with important decisions, or when we need a clear view on a confusing situation. Another area in which Uriel operates is in creative inspiration. As a bearer of enlightenment, he often helps artists, writers, and all those who work with creativity to find divine inspiration. His energy opens the mind to new ideas and perspectives, stimulating creativity and innovation. If you are in a moment of creative block or seeking inspiration for new projects, invoking Uriel can help unlock creativity and receive new visions and ideas that flow directly from divine wisdom. Uriel also helps us develop intuition. As his light illuminates our mind and soul, our ability to sense the truth beyond what the eyes can see expands. He works to strengthen our connection to inner wisdom, that quiet voice that guides us and offers intuitive answers. With his help, we start to trust our own intuition more and act according to the messages we receive from our higher self. In many spiritual practices, Uriel is invoked through the visualization of an intense golden light, a light that symbolizes knowledge and truth. During meditation, this golden light can be visualized descending upon you, enveloping your mind and spirit, bringing clarity and dispelling doubts. This exercise is especially useful in times of decision-making, or when we seek deep understanding about issues that seem dark or confusing. Furthermore, Uriel also guides us in the process of spiritual growth. He reminds us that true knowledge goes beyond intellect. It is an understanding of the heart, a wisdom that resonates with the spirit. His light teaches us that spiritual growth is not an external pursuit, but rather an internal process of enlightenment, where we learn to see the divine in all things and in all experiences. It is Uriel's wisdom that allows us to access this deeper level of understanding and compassion. Finally, Uriel is the Archangel of inner peace. His presence brings tranquility to the mind and heart, especially in times of uncertainty. He helps us understand that despite hardships, there is a greater purpose at work in our lives. When we connect with Uriel, we receive the gift of peace and acceptance, allowing us to walk confidently on the path of enlightenment, knowing that each step brings us closer to divine truth and wisdom. Connecting with the Archangels is a profound process, and at the same time, accessible to everyone. These beings of light are always ready to guide, protect, and bring healing. But the key to this connection lies in our willingness to open ourselves to their presence. Although invisible to the physical eye, the Archangels communicate in subtle ways, and learning to perceive them requires practice, clear intention, and a developed spiritual sensitivity. The first step to connect with the Archangels is a genuine desire to feel their presence. Intention is the gateway to the spiritual world, and it needs to be pure and focused. When we seek the help of Archangels with an open heart, without hidden agendas or rigid expectations, their energy naturally draws near to us. They are attracted to vibrations of love, gratitude, and humility, and the more aligned we are with these feelings, the more easily we can perceive their influence in our lives. There are various ways to invoke the presence of the Archangels, but prayer and meditation are the most effective and common practices. During a prayer, we can call the Archangels by name and ask for their guidance, protection, or healing. The act of verbalizing our requests creates a communication channel that the Archangels use to interact with us. It's not necessary to follow specific words. The most important thing is the sincerity of the heart. Even a simple phrase like, "Archangel Michael, please protect me," can be enough to feel his immediate presence. Meditation, on the other hand, helps us tune into the higher frequencies of the Archangels. During a meditation session, we may visualize a light or feel a gentle energy enveloping us. And often, this indicates that an Archangel is near. Each Archangel has a specific vibration that can be recognized through colors, sensations, or even intuitive words that arise in our minds. As we relax and focus on our breathing, we can open ourselves to these subtleties and feel the angelic presence around us. In addition to prayer and meditation, another powerful method to connect with the archangels is visualizing lights associated with them. For instance, Archangel Michael is often visualized enveloped in a blue or purple light, while Archangel Raphael is typically associated with an emerald green light. When we are in need of protection or healing, we can imagine these lights flowing through us, filling our body and our surroundings with the corresponding energy. This visualization can help to strengthen our connection with the archangels and increase our receptivity to their guidance. Signs and synchronicities are also common ways through which archangels communicate their presence. Often, when we ask for help or guidance, the archangels send us subtle signs in the world around us. These signs can be repeating numbers, such as 111 or 444, which are often associated with angelic presence. They may appear as feathers, butterflies, or even unexpected changes in the light around us. The key to noticing these signs is to be attentive to the environment and trust in intuition. Some people describe feeling a slight change in temperature, like a gentle warmth or a cool breeze, when invoking the archangels. This could be a sign of their presence, especially when these phenomena occur inexplicably. Physical sensations, such as a shiver or a feeling of peace that fills the body, are also ways in which the archangels signal that they are nearby. These sensations may be subtle at first, but the more we open our spiritual sensitivity, the more easily we will perceive them. Another fundamental aspect of connecting with the archangels is gratitude. Giving thanks for the presence and guidance of the archangels, even before receiving clear answers, creates a positive resonance that strengthens our relationship with them. Gratitude raises our vibrations and aligns us with angelic energy, making us more receptive to their messages. Whenever you feel that an archangel has helped you, whether through intuition or a clear sign, it's important to acknowledge this help with a grateful heart. Although some may think that communication with the archangels occurs through audible words, it often happens through mental impressions or intuitive feelings. You may receive a response as a sudden thought that seems different from your normal thoughts, or a sensation of instant wisdom, as if you had just accessed a truth that was already within you. This is one of the most common ways for the archangels to transmit guidance to us. For those who wish to deepen their connection with the archangels, creating a sacred space or an altar can be a useful practice. This space may contain images, candles, crystals, or other items that symbolize the energy of the archangels you wish to invoke. Keeping this space clean and reverent helps to create an atmosphere of peace and welcome, where the angelic presence can be felt more intensely. By dedicating a daily moment to meditate or pray in this space, you increase the chances of a deep and transformative connection. Finally, trust in the process is essential. Often, the presence of the archangels can be subtle, and it may take some time until we become more aware of how they communicate with us. But, as we develop this sensitivity and trust, we start to realize that the archangels have always been by our side, waiting for us to open up to their presence. They are not distant figures, but heavenly companions, ready to guide each step of our journey. Archangels play a fundamental role in the process of spiritual awakening. They are the guides and guardians who help us overcome the challenges, fears, and doubts that arise throughout our journey of inner growth. As we seek to understand more deeply who we are and what our purpose is in the universe, the archangels provide us with guidance, clarity, and protection. They assist us in accessing higher levels of consciousness, allowing us to see beyond the limitations of the ego and connect with the divine essence that resides within each of us. Spiritual awakening is a transformation process that is not always smooth. Often it involves moments of pain, confusion, and uncertainty, as we are confronting old beliefs and patterns that need to be left behind. It is in this context that archangels become powerful allies. They help us navigate through periods of emotional and spiritual turbulence, bringing comfort and guidance. Archangels, in their essence, are committed to the evolution of the human soul, and throughout our journey, they assist us in letting go of what no longer serves us, allowing the new to flourish. During spiritual awakening, one of the main roles of the archangels is to help us identify and overcome energetic blockages. These blockages often manifest as fears, traumas, or limiting beliefs that hinder our spiritual expansion. Archangels like Michael, Raphael, and Uriel are particularly effective in helping to clear these stagnant energies, bringing light and clarity to areas where we feel darkness or confusion. By invoking them, we are asking for their help to sever ties with the past and to make room for a new consciousness. Archangel Michael, with his sword of light, is especially known for assisting in the release of negative energies. During awakening, it is common to face deep fears and ancient behavior patterns that seem to bind us. Michael offers us courage to confront these shadows, allowing us to cut the ties that bind us to thoughts or emotions that no longer serve our growth. He helps us recognize our inner strength and move forward with confidence, knowing that we are protected on our journey. Raphael, in turn, works to heal the emotional and spiritual wounds that arise throughout the awakening process. Many of these wounds may have deep roots in our past or even in previous lives, and they come to the surface during our spiritual growth. The healing that Raphael offers is essential for us to free ourselves from these patterns of pain and move forward to a state of inner peace. He teaches us that spiritual healing is an ongoing process, and that by taking care of our soul, we are also taking care of our body and mind. The Archangel Uriel, with his light of wisdom, helps to illuminate our path when we feel lost or confused. Spiritual awakening often involves moments of uncertainty, when old truths no longer make sense and new perceptions are not yet clear. Uriel guides us in this process of discovery, revealing the spiritual truths that we need to integrate into our lives. He reminds us that awakening is a gradual process, and that with patience and trust, the answers we seek will always come. Another important role of the archangels in spiritual awakening is to help us find and align our life's purpose. As we awaken, we begin to question why we are here and what role we should play in the world. The archangels, with their broad and clear vision, assist us in discovering this purpose and living according to it. Gabriel, the archangel of communication, is one of the main guides in this aspect, helping us to hear the inner voice and express our truth with confidence and clarity. As our spiritual awakening progresses, we also begin to connect more deeply with the energy of unconditional love. The archangels teach us that love is the driving force of the universe, and that, by aligning ourselves with this energy, we begin to live in a more harmonious and fulfilled way. This unconditional love is not just something we receive, but also something we are called to share with others. The archangels encourage us to live with compassion and to treat all beings with the respect and dignity they deserve. As we awaken, we also become more aware of our interconnectedness with everything. The archangels help us understand that we are part of something much larger, and that each action we take affects the collective. They guide us to live more consciously and to make choices that benefit not only ourselves, but also others and the planet. This is a crucial aspect of spiritual awakening, understanding that our individual journey is deeply intertwined with the well-being of all beings. Spiritual awakening also brings with it an openness to receive more divine light and wisdom. The archangels facilitate this process, helping us to expand our capacity to receive and integrate energies of higher vibrations. As we open ourselves to these energies, we begin to live more authentically and aligned with our true self. The archangels teach us that spiritual awakening is not just an isolated event, but a continuous process of evolution and growth. Finally, the role of the archangels in spiritual awakening is to remind us that we are never alone. Even in the hardest times, when we feel like we don't have all the answers, the archangels are by our side, offering their guidance and protection. They invite us to trust the process, to have faith in our ability to grow and evolve, and to know that there is always light, even in the darkest moments. With their help, we are able to awaken to a new reality, where divine wisdom guides us and unconditional love sustains us. Throughout this path of awakening and spiritual growth, we learn that archangels are not just distant figures from ancient myths, but constant and eternal companions in our journey of evolution. They are always present, acting as guides, protectors, and healers, ready to intervene whenever we allow them to. Understanding the role of archangels in our lives is a powerful reminder that we are never alone in our struggles, challenges, or moments of uncertainty. Each of us, on our journey, goes through periods of darkness, doubts, and even times when we feel lost. It is in these moments that the archangels envelop us with their light and help us rediscover our path. They not only guide us externally, but also work within us, awakening our inner abilities to overcome and heal. Whether it's through the protection of Michael, the healing of Raphael, the wisdom of Uriel, or the messages from Gabriel, the archangels bring the necessary energy for each phase we go through. The great teaching that the archangels offer us is trust in the divine plan. Often our vision is limited by the immediate present, by the challenges of everyday life, and we forget that we are on a much larger journey of soul growth. The archangels remind us that everything has a purpose, and that each experience, good or difficult, is an opportunity for learning and evolution. They encourage us to view moments of difficulty as bridges to a new state of consciousness and enlightenment. Connecting with the archangels does not require complicated practices or elaborate rituals. What matters is a sincere desire to open ourselves to their presence and guidance. As we cultivate this connection, over time, we begin to notice their influence in subtle aspects of our lives. Sometimes, they appear as a sudden intuition. Other times, as a sense of peace during moments of chaos. And, at certain moments, we clearly feel their energy surrounding us, like a celestial hug that comforts and guides us. When we understand that archangels are always available to help us, we start to walk through life with more confidence and serenity. The certainty that we can count on their protection and guidance strengthens us. We know that, regardless of the challenges we face, we are never truly alone. Archangels are companions who accompany us at every step, bringing their light to illuminate even the darkest paths. The archangels also teach us about the importance of faith and surrender. Often, on our spiritual journey, we try to control every aspect of life and get frustrated when things don't go as planned. But the archangels remind us to trust in the flow of life and in divine wisdom. By surrendering with faith, we allow their energies to work in our favor, opening doors that we may not even know existed. They invite us to let go of fear and to live with an open heart for the new. Another aspect that the archangels inspire us to cultivate is gratitude. Even in challenging times, they encourage us to be thankful for what we have and for what we are learning. Gratitude raises our vibration and aligns us with divine energy. The more we give thanks, the more we receive, as we align ourselves with the abundance of the universe. The archangels teach us that by being grateful for the guidance we receive, Our connection with them strengthens, and we become receivers of even more light and wisdom. Furthermore, the archangels remind us of the importance of sharing this light with others. As we grow spiritually and connect with these beings of light, we are called to spread this energy of love and compassion to those around us. Whether through words, actions, or simply by our presence, we can act as channels of angelic light in the world. Just as the archangels guide us, we can also be guides for others, inspiring them to follow their own path of awakening. The relationship with the archangels is a journey that deepens over time. The more we cultivate this relationship, the more we feel their presence in our lives. They are always ready to help us, but the invitation to this connection comes from us. When we open ourselves to their presence, they respond immediately, bringing their light and love in ways that often go beyond our understanding. They teach us that life is a dance between the visible and the invisible, and that as we walk confidently between these two worlds, we find balance and peace. Finally, the archangels offer us an invaluable gift: the certainty that in any circumstance, we are deeply loved and cared for. This assurance gives us the strength to face any challenge and fills us with hope. They remind us that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and that, regardless of the circumstances we face, we are always connected to the divine light. At the end of our earthly journey, the archangels will continue to be by our side, as eternal guides, leading us home to the source from which we came. Now that you've learned about the incredible role of archangels in your spiritual journey, I want to hear from you, Mind Unfettered. Which archangel do you feel has the most influence in your life? Have you ever had a remarkable experience with angelic presence that you would like to share? Comment below, because together we can manifest a powerful exchange of energy. After all, by sharing our stories, we create a collective space of manifestation and inspiration for all. And don't forget, spiritual awakening is an ongoing journey. Our next video, The Apocryphal Gospels, the hidden revelations of Jesus the Church doesn't want you to know, will dive deep into the hidden revelations about Jesus, exploring truths that the Church has kept from us for centuries. Click on the screen now to watch and continue expanding your consciousness.